Hey everyone, before this episode starts, it's important to remember anything we say on this podcast should be taken as a bad joke and should not be taken seriously, ever.
Take your balls.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Slightly Diverse Podcast. This is I Milk. I am joined by R Gus,
Hey,
and of course, I'm
sorry,
joined
I
by
always do that.
by the swindling, the liar, the demon of illusions, of Bordelon.
You fucking said it. You said it multiple times. I was talking about the Get Yankee off Baldur's Gate.
But anyways, yeah, let's talk about Baldur's Gate 3.
A game I haven't played yet.
A game I
What
also
the
call
fuck? I
Bald
swear
Ass
you said you were
Gay.
gonna get it.
What?
A game I call Bald
said you were
Ass
gonna-
Gay, huh?
God.
No, I was mostly talking to Bordelon. I mean, I had the game, I hardly got through like the first bit.
Did you play it on early access or
I did,
when
I played like 30 minutes of it early
you
access.
gotta replay it?
Yeah, it's
They-
way
That's
different.
fine, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, no, they actually said you have to replay it because
I
the
know.
original early access is gonna be corrupted.
I know. Do I need to say it again? I know.
It's pretty good, Argus. It's pretty good.
I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
I've been
talking to
blown
Milk
away.
So much makes me feel like I have to repeat myself and constantly like record what I say.
Yeah, well, you're not like this when you're with other people, only with me. Only with me, you get
no
all
fucking-
uppity.
No, I'm just talking about like this to other people because
Oh,
you
wait.
think altered me into believing that the Russians are amongst our ranks.
There are Russians amongst the ranks.
Shut the fuck up.
I doubt it, but there could be, yeah.
There's
And the Russians
Russians and
investing.
Ukrainians. But you're too blind to see it. But anyways, Baldur's Gate 3 is so fucking good, dude. That woman,
you
that
know
woman
what?
Shadowheart is hot.
If we want to talk about Baldur's Gate, I seen a post on the community hub for the game recently.
What?
By the way, last time I checked, game had 635,000 concurrent players,
God damn.
which is wild. But I had seen I had seen something in there where somebody made a post saying, "Is there an option to disable the gay stuff?"
I felt that at one point. I was like, why is this happening?
No, and see, that's so funny because this kind of stuff always happens, right? Whenever games come out, somebody is like, can we remove X? And it's always like some stupid reason.
No,
So this
I
guy-
gotta say, Argus, I agree with this guy because I had a gay moment that I was like, one, not understanding where it was coming from, and two, not understanding if I could even get out of it without fucking something up. It felt a little forced. I was like, why is this happening? I didn't want this to
Yeah.
happen. What the fuck? I didn't expect this. But it was alright.
Stop, dude,
Between,
simple fix. Just stop flirting with men.
It wasn't flirting. That's the thing. It wasn't flirting. It was just a regular conversation, and then he started flirting, and then like the game's kind of like trying to nudge you towards kissing this man. I'm like, I don't want to do that at all. You know what I'm talking about.
Don't kiss
You know what I'm talking about, Bordelon. I did it.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
All right. I'm trying to tell you, Milk is right on this one because it's the same shit with
What?
me. Yes, because like at first it was like the vampire is just being flirty because he's a fucking vampire. but
Wait,
they-
wait, wait. No
Mr.
spoilers.
Yeah, no, don't. Yeah, remember.
Don't explain exactly. Just explain in general.
I guess y'all didn't invite me to your adventuring party, you fucking bastards.
No, we weren't playing with
If
each
we
other.
invited you,
I
you wouldn't be
know.
available most of the time.
I
But
probably would.
what happened? What happened was like the wizard ended up doing the same shit, and I was like, we never talked. I was like,
Again, just stop flirting with men, dude. Simple fix.
No, no, Arius.
romance. Why are you saying you want to sleep with me? You
Yeah,
straight-
yeah. I was like, what? Why is this happening? I didn't even like imply that I wanted to suck this man off. What the fuck?
And then I tell him I'd rather just be friends. He goes, oh, fine. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and he disapproves, like he's upset with me because I didn't suck his cock. I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's not. I thought this was gonna be wholesome. I thought it was gonna be a wholesome moment between bros, and he tries to turn it into him kissing me on the lips. I was like, what?
You, dude. Maybe should have made your character so sexy.
It's weird
Maybe.
because like the game like prefers that you could have an orgy with the entire group, but then you end up and they end up telling you like you can only sleep with one of us. I'm like,
It's fucking
stop
sick.
talking
dude.
to me in such a
Well, yeah, well.
So wait, I feel like should we do a segment on? Should we each find a community post on Steam and do a little segment on stupid community posts we've seen for Baldur's Gate? Because I
No.
think some of these are funny. No.
No, I'm not interested in what other people have to say.
Alright. Well, I am. So here's one thing. Some guy complained that Baldur's Gate is an isometric turn-based game in 2023.
Yeah, that guy's a goofball.
He's like, this might be the most overrated game of all time. And
God forbid a game is different than the rest.
And he starts with an isometric turn-based game in 2023 is simply inadequate. The first reply is, why'd you buy it?
Yeah.
Which is probably the best response you could give to that. It's like, then why did you buy the game?
Exactly. That's like
It's
someone like
it's
complaining
no
about
secret.
platformers.
It's no secret that I don't know why this guy is complaining. It's no secret that Baldur's Gate was turn-based. Like, you can just see it in the gameplay.
That dude could have literally looked at the trailer and see the gameplay.
You just watch somebody else play it on YouTube, like a lot of normal fucking people do today.
Yeah, he could have watched PewDiePie butt naked in his house
Right.
playing that game, saying the N-word. Could have seen PewDiePie say the N-word on that bridge. And what was the game? Fucking not Daisy.
It wasn't even
In
a game.
PUBG.
He did that in real life.
No, it wasn't a game. Because he gets shot in the head and then he says, "Oh, you fucking N-word." He drops
Oh,
it.
Nice.
You remember that? And then he wore a funny costume.
I just seen someone's post saying you can kill goblin kids. Game of the year in 2023 for real.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay,
It
I'm gonna
was
stop
pretty
reading these
cool.
posts because I feel like I'm gonna get soft spoilers.
I'll say that one thing that I wish they
Nobody
would,
watches.
I wish they had is the UI, dude. The UI is way too small for my little eyes.
Just get better eyes, idiot.
It's like it's minuscule, especially on the tab screen, Bordelon.
What? It's minuscule, bro. What kind of fucking eyes do you have?
Bordelon, when you press tab, like, don't you think like that UI is way too small? Because you got like all
So
four
easy.
characters up on top, and then this like fucking tiny little numbers right next to like their stats. It's like I can't see what that is.
I mean, I don't bother with that. I really don't. Like I just individually pick the characters on the left. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean,
The inventory screen is fine. I'm talking about the tab, the tab screen for like when you level up. It's too small,
Oh, you can
and
just
no
scale
there's
up
no
the
way
bottom.
I'm sure there is. I
to
just
scale
think
it
you're
up.
an idiot.
there's no way to scale it up. You know what, Argus, you have a lot of opinions for a game you haven't played. How about you start playing
Pause the
it
game right now and find out.
How about you start playing it right now and tell me?
Because I don't like you. Plain and simple. It's because I do not like you, bro.
Once again, you're being the contrarian.
No, yo, you want to talk about me being a contrarian? You have the worst track record of contrarianism I have ever seen. Don't even fucking start with me.
Once again, you're being a contrarian, dude.
Dude, this
What
guy's
was
such
I
a fucking
saying?
contrarian for on the one instance he doesn't agree with me. Oh my fucking god, dude.
Agree with me, you're making up lies about a game you haven't played. You admitted right now that you haven't played it yet.
No, I
You're
haven't.
telling me that I'm
Fuck.
stupid because there's no scaling
That's
for
the
UI.
real spoiler.
This is a terrible drawing. But anyways, but yeah, Shadow Heart's hot. I want to bang her. I want to see her naked. I want to see her holding a pigeon, maybe some other
I got
small bird.
so-
Huh?
Disgusting.
Why a
What
pigeon?
is-
You go so disgusted by what?
I got disgusted when Lizelle fucking was naked, and then she was like, "Now taste." I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want to do this.
I didn't do that. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I think I know when that probably
I
happened.
Okay,
feel
but like,
she's the main heroine, you know, so I was like, I'll just follow along her path. And then she's like, we're just fuck buddies, nothing more. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
so my biggest question though, is it good?
It's very good.
Yeah.
In fact, it's like it feels like a completely different game than when I played from the
Divinity.
Yeah.
not from Divinity, from the alpha
From the
version.
early
Yeah, the early access. Like it
Yeah.
feels way more polished. It runs well. Just like the depth of everything you can do is way bigger. I mean, I haven't played it since like it first came out in early access, so maybe someone else who's been playing it for a while would think differently.
I haven't played it since like a week ago, so.
But man, it's good, dude. I'm a bard.
I have heard some people. So I had just seen a post where some people were like, "Why is every encounter in this game deadly? Like, why does it always have to be you fighting people?"
Hey.
Oh my god! Oh, like Borderlands 3, where it just shoved being gay down your throat. At least that's what you thought.
Actually,
Fuck
shoving
off.
gay down our throat. Like, I'll probably do the gay stuff as a funny, but like it's everybody
Bro,
wants it.
I wouldn't say it's forced. I would say that it's kind of like putting you in that situation without really giving you any hint as to what. Which is like it's like a surprise. It's like surprise. There's gay stuff happening, and you're like, wait, what?
Bro,
I don't know if that's
in
just
UAV, people get
that's just
gay.
either a failing in the writing in that instance, or if it's just the dialogue choices not being clearer.
But now I'm.
But yeah,
like-
I didn't mind it though. I thought it was funny.
I'm about to say, not even gonna hold you. I'd like to think that the devs did that on purpose because they thought it would be funny, right? Because when they did the whole
Yeah, I thought it was
big-ass
funny.
showcase, when they did the whole big ass showcase,
They're all
they
full
purposefully showed like the one nigga or my fuck the one
The
they
one
purposely
what?
showed- they purposely showed. I'm sorry. They purposely showed the one guy fucking the bear, right? And everyone was like, "Why would you show that?" And they're like, "Because we thought it'd be funny." So. at the
Yeah,
same
I
time,
have no idea who
I
they're
guarantee-
fucking.
I guarantee that they probably would. They would set up a lot of these gay interactions just to get a rise out of people.
But yeah, it was very funny. I was like, I'm not fucking gay, homo. Stop. Whenever he was doing
Bro,
that.
like, I mean, dude, you should at least know that like fucking wizards are gay, dude.
even Shadowheart. Oh yeah, Gale is pretty gay, but Shadowheart was going like, it's like looks like Gale wants to suck your cock or whatever
No,
she
I'm
said,
not even gonna
and I'm
hold
like,
you.
huh? I'm like, I'm not gay. What are you talking about?
They're probably doing it like
Very
similar
intuitive.
to like fucking yeah, they're probably doing it similar to how like Mass Effect did it, right? Like there's male characters in Mass Effect that you can romance.
Yeah, the brown dude who cheats on you instantly.
Caden or whatever the fuck his name is.
No,
But, like,
no, Caden
but,
stinks. I hate Caden. What's
but no,
what's the
like,
dude name? Jacob, right? Not Jacob.
like it's I think what's probably happening here is they are constructing it in a way where you can, through your actions, either you can have a gay thing go on with this person or you cannot. That's
Oh
my
yeah, you
best-
can. I honestly
that's what I'm gonna
feel
say. You could probably bang just about every dude in you could probably bang just about every dude in the game, and
Yes.
then you could just easily not.
as much as I want to bang
My biggest
Shadowheart,
sister-
I think for these types of games, when you bang someone too early, I think it just ruins the relationship later on. Is what I found. Like in Mass Effect, if you bang Jack, like early on, she kind of is disgusted with you afterwards because your
Who's
penis is
Jack?
small. Jack is the bald chick with the powers.
Yeah.
But there's a bald chick with powers.
Yeah.
You don't remember Jack?
Might be
I've
Mass
only played
Effect
through
2.
Mass Effect 3. Yeah, I've hardly played.
Jack
Mass
is
Effect
in.
1.
Jack is the one with the half-shaven head. Mass Effect 3. And she's like, Shepard, your lady cock is so cool. And you're like, thanks. You're like, thanks. This is what Cerberus gave me, a big Fuda cock to bang all
Yeah,
all
no,
the babes.
I have not met this lady yet.
That's my headcanon. Commander Shepard's a woman in the first game, and then she gets a cock in the second one.
See, like I think the thing is that like you at least have the option.
I need
right?
you to
You at
censor
least
that.
have
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
options to do it. So like if you wanna play through the game as a total fucking scumbag, you can fucking do it.
Oh,
But,
dude.
like every man and woman who crosses you is disgusted with you because you banged all of them, and they're like, wow, this guy just wants to fuck.
Yeah, dude. I don't, when the yellow woman was like, I want to suck your dang old little dangly bits, right? I was like,
Bro,
gross. I was like, one, gross, and two, I hate you because you're so mean to me for no reason.
I'm talking about the fucking the orc looking chick.
Yeah, the gift lady, she's so mean, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is, what's your problem?
God, I feel like the more we talk about this, the more we do this segment, the more spoilers I'm gonna get gradually.
That's like, I mean, that's like literally like first 10 minutes of the game. She's in the trailer as well.
Y'all ain't let me make my fucking, do my own little character assessment. That's all I'm saying. Y'all a bunch of bitches for that.
Well, she's a bitch. You look forward to that.
You're fucking bitch, bro.
That's actually your fault. You have time to play the game.
You've met her.
Bro,
You played an hour. You've met her
I've
in the
been a
beginning.
busy guy. I've been like a busy guy, dude.
You've already seen her though. The woman
I've
right
been a
next to
bit-
your
I
pod.
know what lady you were talking about. I've hardly spoken to her though.
She makes me sick.
Alright, bro, we get it. You don't like women. You like men.
No, I like Shadowheart. She's racist, but at least she's cool. At least she's nice to you.
Okay, let's move on to something else. How about it?
We're gonna keep. No, let's keep talking about it.
Yeah, I played as a drow. If you know what that is, a half elf
I
drow.
have the dog and the owl cub.
What race are you, Bordelon?
A human for now, but if we start a campaign together, I'll make something goofy.
No.
I did like a draconic half elf or something.
I remember I did a draconic half elf. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, like
You
yeah,
can't do
like
that.
what?
There's high elf, there's drow, and then there's a wood elf for half elves.
And then there's a dragonborn.
Yeah, the dragonborn
Yeah,
look cool.
No, there was a thing I was able to do that gave me I had some relation to dragons. I wasn't a dragon myself, but I had scales on my face and shit.
Yeah.
And
so
no,
you're
before you
probably
say I was,
wanted-
and no,
an
before you
elf
say
at
I
all.
wasn't just cosplaying a fucking dragon.
Oh, you were scaly. Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
chose backstory scaly or furry. That's
I'll have to look it up again, but I had some relation to dragons, and yeah, I was an elf, or I was like half.
Yeah, dude, Bard is so overpowered, by the way.
I don't care.
Like every skill check you can pass, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, I chose the half elf drow, and everybody's really racist to the drows because they're evil.
You know what's best about this game as well? They kept the play dead skill, so I can't. I
Oh,
can just
dude.
play dead.
There's a portrait. There's Fane's in the game. There's a portrait of him.
Yeah, of course he'd be. Of course there'd be a portrait of him.
I was like, holy shit, I'm taking this with me everywhere.
I have his mask.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The what is it called? The fucking what I used was like the draconic bloodline subclass. I don't know if that's still in the game. They could have gotten
What
rid
are you
of it.
talking about?
I guess maybe it's not in the game anymore.
I didn't see that, or at least I don't remember. Let's talk about the
have to
character.
check.
What do you
Every
think about
game.
the character customization, Bordelon?
I love it. I think it's really cool.
I thought it was pretty cool too.
It's a lot better than Divinity's.
It blew my mind that they had a penis button.
Wait, what?
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
penis button?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can turn your man into a trans.
And I was
I
like,
didn't know there's.
I just left it at default because I was like, I don't know if I want to be scrolling through cocks right now when I'm making my character. So I just chose default. But there's skin, there's short, there's long, there's no skin versions of those. You can have a pussy if you want. You could be a guy with a pussy.
Really cool, dude.
There's pubes, there's no pubes.
You said no.
Yeah. I mean, you would think you would want pubes if you were back then, right? that world. Because if you don't have pubes, a bunch of evil little things will start biting your penis off.
Talking about crabs.
Yeah, crabs, little crabs. I'm gonna draw Shadowheart real quick. Here's her thing. Her forehead. I don't know what it looks like.
What do you think of? What do you think of? Oh my God! I can't believe I forgot her name. Karlak?
I haven't met her yet.
Oh, it's super easy to find her, dude. Just the best personality of everybody on the team.
Oh really?
Yes. You're gonna forget about Shadowheart once you meet Karlak.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I know, I forgot her name for like a split second, but like, dude, first off, she's, like I said, she's a muscle mommy, but she doesn't act like she's in control or anything. She's like, oh man, everything's awesome. I love hanging out with you guys.
Does she hold like a hamster in her hand at any point?
No.
Does she kill them?
Then I'm gonna kill this bitch when I see her. But anyways,
what does that hamster have to do with anything?
I don't know. What the fuck? What is this woman even look like?
She's a tiefling.
Oh.
And she has one of her horns is broken. So.
So she's a wuss. She's a wuss then.
Apparently, she was captured in hell and made to serve one of the archdevils. And they replaced her heart with an infernal combustion engine heart. So her body
like Crank?
immediately. What?
Like Crank? Do you ever see the movie Crank? With what's his name?
I'm gonna finish talking. Her body like gains a massive amount of heat equal to lava, so nobody can touch her, and like she will like set you on fire.
Oh, like the Flame
like,
Princess from Adventure Time.
Yes, exactly. And she's very adorable. Her personality is so fucking adorable. She'll be like, "Hey, soldier," trying to sound all cool and shit, and she's like always happy to hang out with you.
Well, I just been hanging with Gale the snail, Astorian, the little vampire, and Shadowheart, the big titties.
Sorry.
Shadowheart, the big ass, huh?
You
Will,
can change up
I don't.
characters. I change them out to help out with certain objectives.
Will's alright. I don't hang out with him.
He's pretty cool until you find out his secret.
Honestly, I don't really change out the characters because I don't want to bother giving them all gear and shit and playing with all their abilities at once.
You get a shit ton of gear. It honestly is not a problem. I feel like even if we play together, it still won't be a problem. I have like so much fucking magic items in my inventory, I have to like give it to Gale.
Yeah, me too, but I don't want to bother just learning all their classes, you know? You know what I mean?
I find no problem managing.
It's too much. It's too much for my little mind. I can't even see the fucking numbers on the screen. It's too small.
You know what? You should let me do it. I'm gonna pick a specific class to strategize if we do ever get together and start a campaign. I don't know if
We have to finish
Laura's
Divinity
going-
first. How about we do
Are we-
that, Argus?
Are we really gonna finish Divinity?
Well, yeah. What the fuck?
No, I'm asking Argus. Are we going to finish Divinity?
Argus. I think he muted himself.
He muted himself. Just ignore us.
Yo, just ignore us. All right, let's just spoil everything. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, let's get off of the fucking Karlak, the pink or whatever color she is. Karlak, the brown. Is she
She's
pink?
red.
Oh. I do like the
She's
tieflings. The tieflings are cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
Alright, so like at one point I said that I had my character say that he likes her, and then she goes, alright, this is cool, and then she like turns around and you see in parentheses her dialogue and she goes, yeah, finally. I was like, aww.
she turns around and she queefs everywhere.
Shut up.
That's fucking hot.
You
That's
make everything worse.
that's actually
Everything
beautiful.
you touch turns to food.
Everything I touch turns to queefs. But 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 yeah, I like Shadowheart because she's even though she has like weird beliefs and shit, she's not like completely like insane with it like most clerics are in D&D. If you ever played D&D, most clerics or paladins or whatever, usually when it comes to faith, they're just super overboard with it, and they're like,
I mean,
no,
it's- yeah.
I wouldn't do that because my god would be pissed off. It's like, bro, we're just asking about what food you want to eat. But which it could be funny, but usually in D&D people really hate that when people are just too overboard with their whole faith in like being a part of literally every part of their lives.
Good hang out satanic every time.
But yeah, Shadowheart's not like that. Shadowheart's actually a good cleric that's not annoying.
Whoa. to me, she's barely helpful. Like she barely heals. She doesn't even land majority of her hits.
Yeah, dude, that's one thing I hope they buff is the healing, because healing for four health for a one spell slot is not worth it at all. It's like, what the fuck? Even a potion does more, and that takes a bonus action.
and then well, like her personality is like really creeping me out. Cause like she'll bitch about everything I do, and it's not even like I go against the grain of like being a bad guy or I do too much good. It's like literally anything, if it does not benefit her in some way, she goes, oh, she just approves of it. I was like, fuck off, go away, Jesus. And then at one point she gets really creepy. She thinks that we're gonna lose a party member, and then she goes, that's a waste of a good brain. I'm like, what? What his brain?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Shadowheart's been nothing but nice. She approves of everything I've said.
Because you're a psychopath.
She massages my
Apparently.
feet. What are you talking about? I didn't pick the psychopath one. I picked the regular old origin.
No, you are a psychopath.
What are you talking about? I saved the village, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we
Oh,
do
yeah,
play, we can be crazy if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna pick a goofy. I'm gonna pick a little guy, and then and go for Karlak again, and you're gonna see this little guy hanging out with this big ass tiefling.
Yeah, I'll probably make like a rock and stone or something sort of
No.
character to rock and stone him. But
You know, dwarves and elves hate each other, right?
yeah, but dwarves are rocking and stoning, and elves are being pointy. Half elves are
Yeah,
cool
they're
because they're at least they're humans, and not annoying. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't remember. Let me finish this drawing real quick. There it is. There she is. There's Shadowheart with her armor. But yeah, as the audience can tell, we're very excited about Bald Ass Gay 3. It's very cool.
Oh.
If you guys were wondering if it's good, it's very good. You should probably buy it. Frankly, if you like Divinity Riddle Sin, you'll probably like Baldur's Gate 3. Argus is still gone. He's massaging his brother's balls or something. Or what did we say last time? What's he doing? Wiping his brother's ass? I already forgot.
You said he was watching his brother's balls.
Yeah, he was looking at them dangle in front of him. Yeah, that's right. He's getting hypnotized by his brother's balls.
he's watching the Isaac balls go back and forth.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I look forward to seeing what's outside of the tutorial area because I haven't seen none of it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, about the combat. When people were complaining that everything feels like it's super hard, or difficult. I can understand that, but it's probably because of themselves. Like they're just like their first instinct is to fight someone instead of like leave and come back. Because you can actually rest and long rest anywhere. Like even if you're in a dungeon, you can long rest. And I think that's why people are getting beat up.
No, there's certain areas you can't do it.
Well, most areas, because I was even able to long rest inside the crypts and the goblin camp and shit. Like as long as the area is safe, you can just long rest there. And yeah, dude. But sometimes like when you encounter like an enemy with a higher level, even if it's by like 2, like you're gonna have to cheese it or just run away and come back later, because I can't actually explain without spoiling it, so I won't describe it. But I'll just say there was one fight that I had to think outside the box just to beat it, because I was getting my ass beat over and over, and I was like, this is fucking impossible.
Yeah, I there's so many fights I had to just stop dealing with.
Yeah, but sneaking seems way better than it was in Divinity Original Sin, dude. Like sneaking is actually fun and cool. And you could do some cool stuff with it. But what class did you pick, by the way?
Paladin.
And
it's funny.
in D&D, that was my first class I ever played. That was the one where I played as like this mentally challenged paladin retard, like a hillbilly type paladin. You know, I don't know if you ever watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but there's these 2 characters that like drink milk and shit and like bang each other. So I kind of based my character on one of them, on one of the McPoyles. Just like a really strange sort of person. But yeah, it was very funny. Yep. And paladins can get pretty damn strong too. They're like really good at tanking. They're like super good at tanking.
You would think that, but no.
Nah, you just need to be closer to your friends, probably. Because
I've had to end up doing that.
if you take the feat Savage Attacker, I mean it's a little different in Baldur's Gate probably, but in D&D, if you got Savage Attacker, it allows you to attack twice, but with like half damage. At least the way we played. I don't know. Maybe that's like a homebrew or something. But when I played it, it was fucking overpowered. Because I could attack somebody, use Savage Attacker, and attack them again. And most of the time, I would add my bonus action to it to Sacred Flame, and someone's yelling in the background.
Yeah, who is it? Security, get him out.
I'm going to Savage Attack her in the fucking head because she speaks out of turn again.
Sorry, someone was trying to security. Someone was trying to bust in.
Security! Security! But yeah, I like the healing needs a buff. I think it's because they changed the way healing works in Baldur's Gate 3 than it does in D&D. Because in D&D you roll 2 dice and you add them together. You don't just roll 2 dice and take one of them that's higher.
Yeah.
Which was good, because if you add the 2 dice together, you actually get healed for like more than fucking 4. Which is stupid. It's so dumb that you can only get, like, most of the time I always get healed for like maybe 4 to 5 fucking health with the whole ass spell. It's like, what? This is dumb as shit.
You can only use it once per fight, depending how long that fight goes.
Well, once per action, but yeah. But many times I got my characters down to over and over and over because the health, the heal would do like nothing. It was very dumb.
Yeah.
But anyways, the sneaking skills are cool though.
I haven't done any of that. I just found one interesting thing where I preemptively rushed in. Like I clicked to attack something before it engaged the actual fight, like it would automatically with this type of creature,
Mm-hmm.
and it allowed me to talk to it, which I thought was funny. So I talked to it and then convinced it to fight for me.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Was it big? Was it big and stinky?
Yep.
Yep, I got that too. But mine was like a war zone, frankly. It was horrifying. It took like literally 20 minutes. It took 20 minutes to beat that one big fight. And I was like, I don't think I did this right, but I did it somehow. It was fucking crazy. Thankfully, I was already like kind of leveled up, so I didn't die over and over. But it took it took like all my health potions and shit. It was insane.
Yeah.
But let's get off Baldur's Gate now. Let's talk about the next thing. The next thing. Oh yeah, my fucking room got flooded. Can you believe that shit? My whole room got flooded again because people are stupid and they don't know how to use washing machines.
I was gonna say, your parents need to stop connecting pipes all over the house like it's fucking Mario.
It wasn't my parents, it was my fucking my brother's girlfriend. She's dumb, dude. She's literally stupid. And whenever she washes the clothes, she like likes to move shit around for some reason, and then like the hose popped out of the drainage pipe and it flooded the washing machine room, which is right next to my room, and then it leaked through the wall while I was playing games. And I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, very cool of them to do that. We should probably leave the waiting room now that I think about it.
I don't know how many times you've made this mistake.
Let's go actually into the podcasting room. Here we are. Hello. But yeah, man, my room got flooded. It was pretty bad. It smelled terribly in here because we couldn't mop it because the mop stuff was all wet still. So that stunk. No, it's not that Argus is back. How about Argus?
I'm sorry, I had to go get something to eat. I was starving.
How about Argus talk about dang old Django, dude?
Django.
Sing the
Yeah,
Django
man.
song.
That shit was magnificent.
Sing the Django's theme song.
I liked it. Didn't like it that much. Okay.
You're not singing.
I don't know it.
Django, will you ever love again? Remember that song? That song fucking rocks, dude.
Yeah, it was
Just think about all the N words, the N bombs they dropped.
Oh, favorite part of the movie.
Damn,
Honestly.
bro.
So what I really liked about it, a couple things. So the story you know, it's pretty standard. But then when they mentioned the story of Brunhilde and Siegfried, that kind of provided something interesting in the way of just there being like, you know, a fucking German there.
Your nipples perked up when you heard that.
No. The camera work that from what you've told me is like standard, like Quentin Tarantino camera work. Like, you know, it's a Quentin Tarantino film if like fucking you get an angle of like a character turning back to look at the camera and it's a dramatic zoom in on their face. Apparently that's like a standard.
Yeah,
Quentin
the
Tarantino
editing
camera shot.
is done by like a lady that Quentin knows. I think she's dead now though. I don't know if she did Django. She probably did, but this woman like edited all of his movies, and she's really good at it. that it has that sort of style.
Honestly, I didn't totally anticipate the inclusion of a bit of comedy. I didn't anticipate that.
That's like in every one of his movies. There's always like a little flavor, a little dash of funny.
Well, I mean, I should
To
have had
his
some
movies.
kind of inclination when Dr. Schultz shot the sheriff in the town,
Mhm.
but I just chopped it up to like, okay, people get shot all the time here, right? So having a man dying in the street isn't really much of a rare occurrence. And then like they killed the three their three bounties on the one guy's land, and then they all saddled up to go do a raid, right? And then they started bitching about the masks, the masks that were made, and I was like, damn. And then I saw Jonah Hill. I was like, what the fuck? What's Jonah Hill doing here?
Yeah, dude.
Steven loved being a slave. That shit was wild. And then
Yeah,
also,
dude.
oddly enough, Leonardo DiCaprio is a very compelling racist.
Yeah, dude. It's almost like he was ad-libbing that whole time though, but the entire time he was being racist. That was all ad-libbed once again. They're like, just do it, just kind of be racist, you know? Don't go overboard, Leo. And he's like, yeah, no worries. And he started just dropping M-bombs,
They started talking about
going
chronology and
crazy.
stuff.
Yeah, they're talking about their skulls are smaller and shit.
There's these 3 dimples on the back of his skull. No, like it was crazy. Steven being like a fucking Steven, loving his master like that was crazy.
Yep.
Was also true.
Good
There were
old
some
Samuel
people-
L. Jackson, dude.
There were some. Was that Samuel L. Jackson? You know what? You're right. That was him. He was wearing a
Yeah,
fat
dude.
suit.
He's in a ton
He
of
was
his
wearing-
movies.
He was wearing a fucking fat suit. It didn't dawn. I was like, why does this dude sound so familiar? And
It says
now that you're
motherfucker at
pointing,
one point.
and now that you're pointing it out, you're right. Well, you're right. That is Samuel L. Jackson. He's just wearing a fat suit.
There's an interesting YouTube video that they do
got, like,
they
big
do like a deep
jowls.
dive on Steven's like sort of character, like how he thinks and shit. And he's kind of malicious, kind of like a very malicious evil character.
No, 100%. But I think like that was Steven's character. I just didn't like him, but I think that was the point. Like he was meant to be constructed that way. There were a couple scenes in that movie too that really caught me off guard as well. One being the wait, should I say this? No, I won't say it. I won't say actually I'll say the Mandingo fighting.
Uh-huh.
That scene fucking caught me off guard, right?
Yep.
Because that's one bit of like slavery history that kind of slips my mind, is that they'd make black folk fight each other for white people's entertainment, usually to the death, right?
Yep.
So that was really jarring and honestly really kind of very disturbing. And then also when Calvin Candy sicked the dogs on that one guy too, where literally he's like Calvin Candy's like, if you don't do something, I'm gonna have these dogs eat this boy. And Django just goes, yeah, do it. And I was like, damn,
Yeah,
this
dude.
dude is committed
Last
to.
cookie?
I was like, he's committed to the thing, but it was really disturbing for me, especially since they kept cutting back to the guy getting eaten alive by like 3 dogs.
Yeah, dude.
So that shit caught me off guard.
You're like the German guy. You're like, what's his name again? You're like
Dr. Schultz.
You're
Yeah,
like Dr.
he's-
Schultz when he was about to have a heart attack or something. He saw that.
Yeah. What else? Dr. Schultz's death actually really bummed me out.
Yeah, dude, that was so sad.
It really bummed me out. And then it wasn't made. I watched this movie over a course of 2 days, where the movie's 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's damn near 3 hours.
You should watch the Hateful Eight. That one's like 3 hours.
So I feasibly wasn't able to watch all of it in one sitting, because I started it at 9 and I had work the next morning. So I feasibly couldn't watch it all. But then he also, I guess Quentin Tarantino was playing like the Australian dudes, which I thought was funny.
yeah.
But so, and then Django goes back for all his shit, and he finds Schultz's body there, right? And he kind of, he takes his papers, he takes Brunhilde's papers, and because they're free now. And then he does a little kiss. He
pats his head.
And pats him on his head and says Auf Wiedersehen, which Schultz previously had told to Calvin Candy. He was like, in Germany we say Auf Wiedersehen, which literally translates to I hope, like something along the lines of, I hope to see you again, right? And so it doesn't just mean goodbye. It means like see you again soon, or see you again. So I'm not gonna lie, I got a little teary-eyed when he said that to him, because like, I don't know. For me, it was not just him simply like saying like Schultz is no longer a factor in his life. It's like he's like, if there is an afterlife, by doing this, I'm hoping that I will meet you in that afterlife.
My favorite scene was when the racist guy grabs his cock, Jamie Foxx's cock, when he's singing Upside Down. And that was and then there's a behind the scenes where Jamie Foxx is like, "Why'd you grab my penis?" He's like, "Oh, my bad, dude."
Yo.
And then he grabs it. No, I'm just kidding. That would be funny though.
Probably my favorite scene, which oh my god, so crazy. The favorite scene is the last sequence of the film, is when he goes back for back for Brunhilde, and he stole one of Calvin Candy's suits, didn't he?
Yeah, he's wearing like his robes and shit.
Yeah, he was wearing fucking.
What the fuck?
Is it a robe? I don't know. It was maroon. It was a red maroon.
Burgundy is what it was.
Burgundy.
That's what Django said. He said it was burgundy, and that.
I remember the part where Samuel L. Jackson said "motherfucker" when he got shot.
I remember the part where he drops his cane on purpose because there's no more white people around, so he was just faking his limp the whole time.
Yeah, my favorite part probably had to be that last sequence where and also it didn't dawn on me that those three dudes were the Bacall gang. It didn't dawn on me until after the fact. I was like, wait, that dude was, they were the Bacalls, who they were looking for.
No, he lied. What are you talking about?
No, it was the dude who called him Django. It was his face on the poster.
You mean when he goes back? Or are you talking about the first bounty? No, he lied about that. Remember? Sure? Yeah, because Dr. Schultz gives him the wanted poster and says, always remember your first kill, like always keep it on you, your first contract.
You're right.
So you just used it to lie to the Australians to go back.
Right. You're right. So he shoots them. So and by the way, this movie had like comedic points like up till the very fucking end.
Shot him in the cock.
Is after he shoots him in the cock, calls him. No, I thought that was honestly kind of cool. But no, the funny part was like the two black ladies, Cora and whoever, and like Shiva, I think the other chick's name was.
Oh yeah.
She's like, say goodbye to Miss Laura. And she goes, bye, Miss Laura. Dude, I don't know why, but like Quentin Tarantino's odd and unrealistic use of like pulley systems and to yank people back for dramatic effect I think is really actually funny, especially when he shoots Calvin Candy's sister, because she shouldn't have flown back like that. Right?
yeah, she fucking gets blown away.
She should have just went slump, but it was a lot more funny and entertaining to watch her fly back in like such an unrealistic fashion.
Should edit in the Fus Roda from Skyrim. Jamie Foxx Fus Roda's her to death.
I might actually do that. And then he tells them to leave. Bro, I died when Cora, after they leave the house, it's just Cora sprinting down the little path out of the gate. That shit was so funny. And then Steven got what he deserved. I don't know. I took some grim satisfaction in how he shot up Steven.
Yeah, that whole movie is awesome, dude.
No, the whole movie is awesome.
You should so with Quentin Tarantino, everybody loves Pulp Fiction. They think that's like his best one. My favorite one is Reservoir Dogs. But But yeah, you should watch all those movies, dude. He's a
I
very
think
good
it
My
director.
favorite one where Salma Hayek poured liquor down her legs, and then Quentin Tarantino got to lick it.
What the hell? What movie was that?
Forgot. I think it was like
Is that his recent one? The fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Because I haven't seen that one.
no, maybe it was something about being undead.
I know he likes feet. He loves feet. He's a foot guy.
Does he?
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
like Uma Thurman with her bare fucking feet in Kill Bill and shit.
Ew.
All covered in dirt and mud.
Ew. Ew.
And then he's like, all right, now step on this eyeball, Uma. And she's like, I don't know about this. He's like, shut up or I'm going to send you to Epstein. Or not Epstein, or Weinstein. He's going to jerk off next to you. Did that blow your mind, though, Argus, that Quentin Tarantino was affiliated with Weinstein?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, it's a Weinstein company. It's his company.
Oh, that's interesting.
But
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino says, I never knew that. He's like, this guy knew what the fuck was going on. This guy
Yeah,
knew he
Quentin
was raping these women.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantula makes a lot of good bloody movies.
But yeah, he is a good director. I think he's a little
God damn
autistic. I think he's a little
I
odd.
think so. I think so too. I think he is as well.
But you should watch Pulp Fiction and then watch
I honestly,
Reservoir
I probably
Dogs.
won't. I probably won't watch Pulp Fiction, but
Samuel L. Jackson, dude. Samuel L. Jackson, the bald man from the movie I was talking about from Crank. What's his name again?
what?
I don't know.
The dude from Pulp Fiction, the bald guy. I'm gonna look it up.
You do that. But probably my favorite thing though too was when he turned around what Calvin Candy had told him. He said, "You're that."
It's on this line.
What? He
It's
told.
on this fucking line.
He
He's on to the front.
What the hell is this guy talking?
I don't know. He told Steven like everything that Calvin Candy said was nothing but horse shit, but he was right about one thing. And then he said, and then he used he was like, "You are that one N-word in 10,000." It ruins it, honestly. I will say, even though the N-word is said 110 times in the entire film, because somebody counted apparently, it's a necessary evil.
Right there.
It's a necessary evil. I don't care what anybody says. It's necessary.
He did Inglorious Bastards as well, and he wasn't afraid to use the Nazis, like the Nazi flag and shit.
Well,
That's
when-
what I
when
liked
did
about
Ingl-
like his
well, the thing is though, is when
fiction-
did
or
Inglorious
his-
Bastards come out?
I don't know,
World War II.
2015, 16.
2009 is when Inglorious Bastards came
You're
out.
serious?
Yeah.
What the
Django
hell?
came out in 2012, right?
But anyways, my point was I like that he's not afraid. He's not like gratuitous where he's just like, yeah, this is funny. Look all these Nazi flags and these N words. But he's just like he just shows it for what it was, you know. Like he tries to be, like it's fictional, obviously everything's fake, but he tries to be like faithful to what actually life would have
but
been like.
I think like if I'm gonna use Django as an example because I haven't seen Inglorious Bastards yet, but I like to think that like the usage of the N-word in like films like Django is probably somewhat equivalent to the usage of Nazi paraphernalia in Inglorious Bastards. It's like you have to execute it in a certain way, and I think Quentin Tarantino, at least in Django, executes it well, right? The usage of that word, because right now Hollywood is in a state where, or like people will make films, they'll be like, I'm trying to be realistic, and then they will just fucking like mindlessly throw in offensive shit, and then not like in the overarching like
It has
realm
no basis
of
in the actual
of
story.
the topic validated, right? Because you can just because you put the thing in the film doesn't mean oh people are gonna automatically be like this is bad. Because the issue is that some people will look at that and feel that the usage of such things is good or
What makes you
okay
think you get to go up there?
or acceptable, right?
It's because it's
The
not
reason-
gratuitous, right? Because it makes sense that only certain like evil characters are using this word.
Yeah, exactly.
And like
right? Exactly.
like Dr. Schultz never says the N word. What the fuck?
No, he does. No, he does, and he makes it. he only uses it though. No, he does use it a couple times, but there is a stark difference between the way in which Dr. Schultz uses it and the way people like Calvin Candy do. Right?
Yeah.
Dr. Schultz uses it to appeal to the mindset of these people, right? He just like ultimately Dr. Schultz just sees like every like plantation owner that he has to deal with, he sees them as a means to an end, right? So like when they went looking for the three brothers that Django was looking for, the only reason he said he used the N-word wasn't because he actually thought it was okay, it was because he's trying to appeal to the nature of this guy, right?
I'm about to use the N-word to appeal to myself.
But,
No.
but like yeah, there's a very clear line drawn in the sand when it comes to the usage of that word. And like even Steven, it's clear that when he uses that word, it's not good that Steven's using the word, right?
No, he uses
there's-
very hatefully.
It's clearly marked out. It's never vague. It's clearly marked out who the bad guys are, right? Calvin Candy, bad. Steven, bad. Just about every like the three brothers that Django smokes, all of them bad, and it's made very clear that they are bad people and that they deserve it to some extent. So
Argus, why did you put a cross?
I don't know. It's not a cross. It's a plus sign.
Are you
I
part of the
didn't mean
KKK?
to. No, I am not. But so like it's like
the T.
shut up. It's like you said. It's like you said, Mel. It's not just thrown in there and you know it's forgotten about. They throw it in there and there's intention and there's purpose behind it, and they make sure it's constructed in a way that it can't be validated. What a lot of movies do nowadays, though, because Hollywood literally just doesn't care, is they'll just throw shit in there. Like, and then you have like fucking films like this might be a popular to say, but then you got films like The Sound of Freedom, right? Which don't actually have any large standing impact on making topics that it discusses better. It's just it's a story just to make some guy feel good about himself.
I never heard about that movie.
Apparently the director or the lead producer for the film The Sound of Freedom is basically about, it's like a fucking it is a over dramatized, almost totally fiction story of some guy who is a real person taken down to like child trafficking ring and rescuing all these kids. But the issue is that it's not at all true. He didn't do some of the stuff that he said, and also I'm fairly certain he just got arrested, or a person who was involved in making the film just got arrested for, guess what, child sex trafficking.
What?
Yeah. You should know. People have been saying The Sound of Freedom is not a good movie for obvious reasons, people have been giving all these reasons, and the biggest hallmark response that's been given to the criticism of the film is, oh, if you don't think the film is just so amazing and so true and so blah blah blah, and you're not just sucking it off, you must like child predation, and that's not at all what's happening. Oh yeah, the biggest funder, Fabian Marta, arrested for child kidnapping.
That's fucking ironic.
So it's incredibly
ironic. Where everybody thinks they have the right of way.
So, no, I think Django did use the N-word really well.
Django, sing the song.
I don't know the song.
I think the actual song was "Who Did That to You."
What the hell? What? Huh?
It's a soundtrack. What the fuck? Did you not actually watch the movie?
Yeah, I watched the movie. But anyways, you should watch Pulp Fiction. That's got Samuel L. Jackson in a good role. I don't know what you're talking about. I like Reservoir Dogs the most. That's my favorite movie he's made. Just because it's kind of like, it's a very simple plot, but the acting is really good and the writing is really good. And yeah, it's just a good movie. What can I say? It's the best one. When I was a kid, I used to love Kill Bill because of all the violence and shit. But now I don't really like Kill Bill that much. But it's pretty good still.
I will. See, my only issue this isn't really much of a valid issue. It just kind of wigged me out a bit. um, was and you're gonna say this is just such like an abysmal thing because it was totally fine, but I don't know. I just didn't like it when Jamie Foxx pulled that horse down. I felt bad for it. I felt bad for him, you know.
Yeah,
The horse,
they actually all ate him afterwards. Actually,
no, the
there's
horse
there's
got back up fine.
there's a deleted scene where when the beginning part, right, where they shot the horse.
Oh, that wasn't a real horse. At least I hope it was.
Why are you
No,
driving
that
with
was a real
shit
horse, and
gears
not only
on
that,
your
all the
rearview
cast and
mirror?
crew ate it for dinner that
No,
day.
that was not a real horse. I know it was a fake.
There's a deleted
very
scene where he made all the slaves eat the horse like a bunch of zombies. They started eating at it raw, but and they ate the guy too. They ate the white guy too, the slaver.
I will say that the way he uses blood and how unrealistic it is also very entertaining.
Yeah, that's why I love, dude. Kill Bill 1, dude. I like Kill Bill 2 as well, but Kill Bill 1, dude, it's like an anime, right? It's literally just an anime, but it's really fucking cool. And you just see like all these like people fighting with samurai swords, just fucking literally blowing like 3 persons worth of blood everywhere. It's fucking awesome.
No, it's very entertaining. I don't think I would. I probably don't. I don't think I'll watch Kill Bill, mostly for that reason. For me, the gore in Django was a nice touch, but I also really didn't like that it was the focal. Because I personally don't enjoy when gore is the focal point of films. It makes it less entertaining for me personally.
Maybe it's because you're scared of scary movies.
Yeah, I don't like horror movies.
I fucking love horror movies, dude.
Yeah, no, I
But
don't like
Reservoir
horror
Dogs has a bit of gore, but not too much. It's mostly just about these characters and how they interact. But Pulp Fiction has, I don't know. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any gore at all, to be honest. It's very realistic.
That's a cartoony black man with a grill.
Cartoony.
Just drew like a matte graining, like type of style black man with a gold grill on the side of a building.
Gold grill. It's got a gold grill, bro.
I've been seeing a lot of Boondocks clips on YouTube.
They made gold grill after Mug Thompson.
The fuck? That a man?
Don't ask.
Dr. Thompson?
Mug Thompson.
Mug Thompson. That's crazy. That's a crazy name. That sounds like almost like he's like a little goblin or like some sort of creature. Mug. I am Mug. Like an orc. I am Mug Thompson. But yeah, Quentin Tarantino makes good movies. Argus, give him a chance. Django is a great movie, but like I said, Reservoir Dogs is the best, and it's also got racist characters in it. It's got fucking what's his name with the big bugged out eyes with the funny accent. What's his name again?
We're glad you guys enjoyed this episode of Slightly Diverse.
We're not done yet.
Now
We
here-
started. We're not done yet. Shut up! I'm gonna kick you if you fucking try it.
Here is a
We're
compilation of
All right. Anyways, we're not done with the podcast, Bordelon. Shut up. You're muted. We have 30 minutes. We started late. Remember?
We don't have
Wanted
30
to make a
minutes. We got
joke, but you guys
15 minutes
talk
left.
about
Well, I'm looking at the timer right now. 1 hour 3 minutes.
30 minutes,
I
bro.
was trying to make a joke after Road Rage, but then you guys talked like
Fuck
that.
you.
Don't worry, I
That
unmuted
makes
and
me angry.
defended you. Don't worry.
Makes me angry. And it makes the audience angry when you try to fucking shut down the podcast early. It pisses them off. It pisses me off. Fuck you.
I was literally trying to make a joke.
I'll leave and do the rest myself, you piece of shit. You fucking bastard.
You guys
Anyways.
talk to yourself, fucking weirdo.
Mug Thompson. That's what I did last time. Remember when me and you did it, you had to leave and I had to do it by myself for like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, you are actually okay doing
It's very hard.
I was trying to make a joke, but then you guys were like, ah.
I wasn't freaking out.
I was
It
freaking
him.
out. I was freaking out. I'm still mad about it. Don't do it again! I'm gonna go crazy! I'm gonna peek the mic!
Trying to mention Samuel L. Jackson, the constant saying motherfucker.
Motherfucker, are you a Jedi? And then he slices his own arm off.
Can't handle hearing that word for some reason.
No, you're trying to end the podcast. Are you a Jedi, you son of a bitch? That's what he does in Pulp Fiction, dude. It's fucking cool. Are you part of the Sith? And then he starts beating the guy to death.
He doesn't actually say son of a bitch. He says motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Hey, are you part of the Sith, motherfucker?
Mace Windu is cool, dude.
He tried saying motherfucker in Avengers, but they cut him off.
Yeah. They're like, no. No cursing, Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel.
Kids watch this. They enjoy the sex scenes with Robert Downey Jr.
Was he in Spider-Man?
Who?
Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, he was in Spider-Man. What is it? Fucking Far From Home.
No.
Yes, he was.
No, that was. Oh.
I don't remember.
No.
He was in Spider-Man. Far From Home.
I don't want to watch. I haven't seen it. I don't want to watch no fucking
Tom
Away from
Holland?
Home.
Away
Yeah,
from
Tom Holland.
I like Tom
where
Holland.
Where Samuel Jackson comes in and is like, you enjoyed the Avengers, and Tom Holland's like, no. I'm like, I'll be pissed.
Did you see how he took back shots in one of his most recent movies, Milk?
Samuel L. Jackson?
No, Tom Holland.
What do you mean he took back shots?
He
He's
took
gay.
back shots, dude. He's bi. Which I just recently found out.
Is that why him and Zendaya aren't talking anymore?
Yeah, Zendaya caught him sucking dick.
I mean, I don't know why. I didn't know they were on a break or whatever you might call it.
Zendaya caught Tom Holland sucking dick, and she gets super pissed off.
Why the fuck are you sucking dick?
All these stupid Hollywood relationships never fucking last.
They're all stupid.
Oh, you're
yes.
famous, and we.
I'm not a fan of Zendaya.
Oh my fucking god, dude, that one person is dating another person, and they're both famous. Oh my god, we need to. I'm so happy.
What famous
the
person
fuck?
would you
It's just-
date, Argus?
It's just people doing people shit. Which famous person would I date?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's not what I said.
No,
What?
I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. These Hollywood fucking relationships are stupid.
Okay, well, what I meant was like they practically go to work together. In their line of work, they
Huh? You cut out.
end
Hello?
up going to the same job site. Oh, are we rolling?
Alright, you're back.
Are
What
we
you say?
rolling?
What you say? They're working at the same work site, and then what?
Hello?
It's natural they'd bang, is what you said?
Hello?
Alright.
We can
Argus,
hear
who
you.
would you date? What famous person would you date?
I don't know. Come back. Come back.
We're moving
next week.
along because Bordelon refuses to finish what he said, even though he cut out.
I don't think he can hear us.
Fuck.
Oh my god. I would date, I don't know, it had to be someone super rich.
The fuck?
Let me go to Instagram and see.
Hello?
If I find-
I date
Hold
Taylor.
on, we can hear you.
I date Taylor Swift because she's super
Oh,
rich.
Although
Are
she
we
is
rolling?
rich. But fucking god.
Isn't she like the richest artist right now? Or
I
richest
have no
musician?
clue. She's overrated.
Hello?
I'm like, sing me a song. Sing me Queen, bitch.
Sing me the entire.
Sing me.
Actually, you know what?
Sing me all of
Dating-
Queen.
Dating Taylor Swift would actually
Hello?
kind of be dope because then you get to piss off all the
I can hear
Swifties.
you.
Oh, dude, that'd be so
we
awesome.
can't hear you, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
Dude, pissing off all the Swifties would be awesome. Bordelon, stop it, please, God. You suck. Boo!
Yeah, no, I would.
We're live.
Oh my God, let's get this guy out of the podcast. What the hell's wrong with this fucking guy? Enough!
I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah, I fucking asked you over and over. You refused to finish your thought. You just kept saying, "Are we rolling? Are we rolling? Are we rolling?" You're fucking making me angry. Why do you make me so goddamn angry?
I drove out to open road near a tower, and for some reason that fucks with the Wi-Fi.
Why are you so stupid, huh? Why are you so stupid? Anyways, we're talking about Taylor Swifties.
My mom taught me several times as a child, and she's very, very okay with that.
Is your mom a Swiftie? Is your mom a
Maybe.
Taylor Swift fan? Would she be?
All the Swifties would be fucking pissed. So
They saw a big
put
ugly brown
cigarette
guy with
out
her.
on my coffee.
If they saw me with Taylor Swift, they'd be pissed right off. They'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" Are you shitting me? She would get killed. They would kill her, dude. Oh no, she's pretty hot.
yeah, they actually might kill her.
Someone would acid attack her. My beautiful wife, Taylor Swift, would acid attack my beautiful wife, dude. They try to give me cookies with fucking razor blades inside of them and shit. And I'm like, I'm not gonna eat that. I know what you're doing.
Constantly remind everyone on Instagram posts that Taylor Swift is your wife.
Literally, my wife. Look, here's a picture of me and her kissing, and then it's me and her not kissing, but looking at the camera because we're not sick of
Here's a
it.
totally not Photoshop image of me and Derek Jeter making out.
You date Derek Jeter?
Yep. I don't know who that is.
Who would you date, Bordelon?
What the fuck was her name? She's the big-titted goth chick.
Oh, Michael Cera.
No. What?
You date Michael Cera? He's a big titty goth chick.
No, she was on Two Broke Girls.
The fuck? Two Broke Girls.
She was
Look it up.
also like a side character in Thor.
I don't know. Let me look it up. Two Broke Girls. Real 2019. Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennis. That's what I would say.
Yeah, Kat Dennings. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. She's pretty hot.
She is hot.
How old is this bitch?
Big-titted goth chick.
She's 58 years old, dude. What the hell?
She's not 58.
I wish she was.
Wait, what's her name? Cat what?
Kat
58,
Dennings.
She's definitely a fucking vampire.
She's pretty hot.
Oh yeah, she is.
Would you have Elliot Page as your boyfriend, Argus?
No,
Why not?
no, I don't like it. I don't think Elliot Page is attractive. I'm also not
Did you
into
hear
men.
that Elliot Page has said that he regrets the transition because he can't get any more acting gigs?
Well, yeah, no shit. You grew your career as Ellen Page, now you're Elliot Page. What do you expect? You know? I mean, he could probably be like in like a movie for like middle schoolers or something, because he passes as a middle schooler. Because I think so.
He looks way cool.
He looks like a middle school boy.
Hold up, is Elliot Page complaining about that right now? Because, like, you know, there's a strike going on.
That's true too.
If Elliot Page, though, I would. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm sure if somebody offered him something, he'd immediately jump on it. It's like, oh, everybody else is out of the line of work.
Yeah, but I'm also though saying that I think it'd be interesting. Like, if Elliot Page wants their career to continue going, Elliot Page cannot get work right now because again, writers and actors are striking, And you know what happens if you're a scab, in Hollywood, the Writers Guild
They rape
and
you.
and the Actors Union, they blacklist you.
Oh, I thought you could say they rape you.
No, they'll blacklist you. Getting blacklisted by the Writers Guild or the Actors Union is like a death sentence for your career.
And they rape
Yeah,
you.
they used to just send you to Epstein Island, but
Yeah,
something
yeah.
went wrong there.
They send you to Harvey Weinstein's office and you jack off right next to you.
Ew.
You know that's what he did. Like he had like
That's
like some lady wanted like to act in a movie and he like got completely naked and beat off right next to her. That happened like, and then after like that was like the second time. Like the first time he just came all over her feet or something. It was fucking. I was like, this bitch is stupid. I'm sorry, but what? This happened like 4 times to her, and I was like, why are you still hanging out with this guy? This man came right next to you 4 times. What the fuck?
One more.
There was like that
One
Dave
more,
Chappelle joke where like the girl didn't
more.
realize that she didn't want to get peed on.
One word. Money.
Yeah, I guess so, but yeah. But I find it very funny that that's what Harvey Weinstein did.
There's something she's like, oh, he jerked off.
Isn't he dead now? Didn't Harvey Weinstein get beat up and in prison and die?
It's
I thought it was a
possible.
heart attack.
He's in prison right now.
It's like-
I mean,
it's
I
like
don't know
you-
the guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Holy shit.
Now where's Quentin gonna get all his money to make movies? He can't say Uma Thurman. He can't make Uma Thurman blow him for money anymore. But yeah, what the hell were we talking about? Oh yeah, Elliot Page. I mean, yeah, I don't know why she assumed that she would get the same roles, the same amount of roles at least, as a man now.
I mean,
It's
I
like
don't
you're
know
not the
if-
same person anymore. You're a different. You might as well be a different actor.
Well, I mean, that's not technically how that works. Like, you don't. It's not like you're changing avatars, right? It's not. But what I will say is that in the industry, like Hollywood, from what it seems, Hollywood has like a set of go-to actors is in general, and I can't really think of I can't really think of any good like big films that was Elliot Page even in any big films
No,
years ago anyway.
no. I think the biggest one she was in was like Super with like that dude from The Office.
Like, I guess probably the biggest thing that Elliot Page was ever in was X-Men: The Last Stand.
I guess Juno as well. People love that movie for some reason.
But like, I don't really think it's a matter of now. I mean, don't get me wrong, Hollywood might be a lot more transphobic than I realize, but so I could be completely wrong here. But I don't really think it's because Elliot Page, like, because the industry just doesn't want Elliot Page. I think it's because Elliot Page's fucking repertoire of films isn't very great.
I mean, I was a fan of Elliot Page as a kid. I said that I had a crush on her when I was a wee lad.
A wee lad.
She
But,
had a gig in a video game.
My favorite movie she did was fucking Hard Candy, which is about a
Love
pedophile.
Love Juno, dude.
Not Juno. Hard Candy was good because she like chops the pedophile's cock and balls off. But it's kind of left
that's
open ended, where like you find out that she's kind of just like a crazy person. You have no idea whether the guy was actually a pedophile or not. You're like, wait, what?
That's hilarious.
She had a role in a video game.
What video game?
Borderlands 3.
Did she? Who's your voice? Oh. Okay.
No, I just and again, it also could be if that complaint was recently said, it's also just nobody is working
The add-on to
because actors and writers are on strike.
the joke that I
mean-
made about
What the Ellen Page was in
I mean-
Borderlands?
I mean, it's it sucks if what is it? It sucks if they can't, pay the bills. But my first question is, if you're struggling to pay bills, are you in the actors union? Oh, you're not? Well, that sucks. You should, I'm sorry, unpopular opinion. If there's a union at your workplace, you should join it. Like, it helps a lot, especially if you're an actor. Like, I think like VFX artists should have unions, right? Because VFX artists already get overworked, underpaid, and are so underappreciated in the industry as is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, like there's a lot of critical industries that should have unions that don't, and we're lucky as is that there are even fucking writers unions in the first place for film and TV. We're lucky that's a thing anyway. So like we just get unions are good. I don't care what the viewers think. I don't care what you two think. Unions are good.
If you're watching this right now, go on strike right now. Well, it doesn't fucking matter. You missing a water cooler vending machine at work? Go on strike. You think you got a little underpaid than your boss? Go on strike.
Yes. Especially
Your
if you
coworker
think you're not
sneezes
getting paid
weird.
enough.
I got no opinion on this, mostly because I don't give a shit.
No.
I do think that artists should be paid better, but whether or not they should make them union or not is
You
up to
dealt with
them.
one too many Karens this week.
I,
Go on
I
strike.
my reasoning that I think that VFX artists should be unionized in large scale is because even like simply getting paid enough for, in my opinion, isn't enough, especially knowing the conditions that VFX artists work in as is, right? VFX artists have terrible work security or terrible job security, even though they are so essential to making our favorite movies and TV shows look the way that they do. Even simple like fucking color correction. A VFX artist has to painstakingly go through entire episodes and sometimes entire movies, or a team of them have to go through and painstakingly color correct things. It's not just it's not always just a press a button and the movie's totally color corrected. Sometimes you have to adjust stuff, right?
Are you telling me
So-
that when they made Spider-Man, they didn't just like put a filter over the actors?
So like
Like a funny dog one.
VFX artists, they, even though that they do all these critical things, they get hired and then let go like they're like it's
Yeah, they
going
get
out of
outsourced as
style.
well to
They-
different
they get-
countries all the time too.
they get outsourced to different companies, and like what happens is that they constantly get hung out to dry once like movie directors or movie companies deem that they no longer need their services, and that's not fair. Like, these people work so hard, these people are so talented, and companies feel that they can just let them go at a whim because they just like, oh, we don't need you anymore. Like, no, you shouldn't be able to do that. So yeah, like, while yes, they do deserve to be paid better, I also think they deserve more than just being properly compensated. They deserve to be treated correctly by their employers who aren't treating them right as is.
Yeah, especially for like the Marvel movies and stuff. You think about all the special effects and shit,
Oh yeah.
and you're like, why aren't these people getting paid way more than they should be? Like, what the fuck?
What? Did you see Shang-Chi? Did you see fucking even though The Eternals was a bad movie?
Shang-Chi?
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
No,
Yeah.
no. He sang it with a heavy Asian accent. You would
Shang-
see it as.
Did you see Shang-Chi? I say Shang-Chi, my bad.
I still don't understand. I never
It's like
heard of it.
it's like the
one
they do
with
with
the
the
rings.
rings. Yeah, with the rings of power.
Green Lantern?
The one with like the one with the chaos emeralds and shit, you know?
Oh, Sonic. Okay.
No, but Shang-Chi, it's a
Oh
really
yeah, what
well
about
done.
the Sonic thing? They had to reanimate the whole movie.
We'll see. Okay, I guess since you know about that, yeah, they had to completely reanimate that entire movie, right?
That's so fucked up.
And those people get paid fucking breadcrumbs. But it's also, they completely redid the VFX. That shows how talented VFX artists are, and those people got paid nothing.
They should have got paid overtime.
And they
The
probably
entire
didn't
time they took him to do that, they should have all been paid overtime
and
for
you
that.
know what? You know what? They probably didn't even. Most of those VFX artists who were on that team for Sonic, they probably don't even work for that company anymore. They probably got outsourced, or they got let go.
I
Like it's like
guarantee they got let go.
no, it's crazy. Like someone like I recently read into it, and I didn't realize it was that bad. Like I thought I you know I knew writers I knew writers had it bad. I knew actors. I'm not talking about like people like Ryan Reynolds. I'm talking about the majority of actors. I didn't know like some of these people in the industry had it that bad. Camera crew people, all this shit. Sound designers. Like I knew they had it bad. I didn't know that VFX artists had it that bad though. Like they just can't keep jobs because people just don't want them there.
No, it's because people just view art as just like a product that anybody could do.
Yeah,
Because
it takes
people
a
are
lot of work
stupid.
and practice.
People are stupid, and then until an artist like takes a stand, like you'll see like when people get commissions and stuff, when an artist will just be like, I'm raising my prices, and then everybody will go crazy.
It's like, whoa, why are you being so
They'll
greedy?
they'll
And then
they'll
it's
share,
like,
they'll like start roasting people in their DMs, going like all look at all these people getting mad that I raise my prices. It's like, yeah, it's because
yeah, look,
I
look
have
at
more
like,
demand, and also this actually takes effort, and I can't just be doing
yeah, look,
everything more
yeah, yeah.
for
Oh
the
my
same
God,
price.
I've raised my prices because inflation's going up and I need to pay rent. Oh my God, the fucking gall of me. Like, no, it's no, like
Not even
people
about rent,
think
just like about like it's like, yeah, I got more famous. I deserve more
no for
money
sure.
because I'm in
When
more demand. That's how it fucking works.
and you know when people you know like it's like you said art some people just don't understand like the skill and effort that especially the effort that goes into being a good artist right in any capacity people think art most of the time people think oh you just draw a stick figure. I mean that's a bit of hyperbole but you get what I'm saying right.
Shit, I'm drawing that
um
right now, dude. I'm drawing a
but
stick
you
man
get
right
what
now.
like fucking VFX, video editing, all this stuff. People see it like people see it being done, and they're like, "Oh, that must be easy. That must be easy to do." But it's not easy to learn. It's not easy to learn at all. It's not easy to be good at either. So,
It's hard as shit.
like,
It makes you depressed. Makes you
so yeah,
sad.
no, I agree. It come like the whole thing and the exploitation of artists, VFX artists, and all these other artists stems from of us. You're right, a fundamental misunderstanding of what actually goes into being an artist, and it's unfortunate because even though because artists are always trying to explain to people, this is what I do, this is what makes it difficult, you know, XYZ, and people are like, no, you know, you shouldn't, you're just drawing pictures, you shouldn't get paid for
Yeah, and
that.
then people will be like, "Oh, well, I could just do the same thing." It's like, well, then do it. Why are you asking me
It's just
for
like
art?
you know
You
that
could do it
fancy
yourself.
movie,
Do it then.
you know that fancy movie cover for your you know that you know that fucking that movie cover for like Endgame. Somebody made that like a director didn't just snap their fingers and shit came into existence.
Hmm.
Somebody made that. A team of people made that. The VFX
AI
in Endgame,
generated. You
somebody
can't
made
trick
that shit.
me.
Dude, AI art fucking Milk told me it was bad before, but ever since I started looking into it more, I'm realizing it's just horrible. It's just like it can be fun, but fundamentally AI art is bad. It's bad for art. It's bad for art, especially it's bad for artists.
Yeah, it is. It
Because
is
people
cool. It's a cool piece of technology, but it's
it's a
also
cool thing.
like, well, this is gonna be used to screw people
No, for
over.
sure. It's like using AI to make things is cool, right? It's a cool piece of technology, but if these things are going to start to exist, if these things are going to start to exist, the, boundaries need to be drawn. Like one of the things that the Hollywood Writers Guild is trying to get,
Robot.
you know, is trying to get people to agree on is or trying to get trying to get finalized for them or whatever is they want a written promise that Hollywood, I'm saying Hollywood even though that's not technically accurate, but they want a promise of Hollywood and you know all these companies that they're not going to start using AI to write movies for them, right? Like completely just invalidating the effort and the need for a writer, right? So they were like, we want this to never be used in an official capacity. So that's one
Hmm.
of the
Hmm.
things. And then like when you start getting into like AI generated stuff, it gets even scarier too, because now we're getting to a point where, because laws do, like, all this AI stuff is rather recent, you know, it's come about in like the past 2 years or so. And what's most concerning is the fact that there's no like laws that protect people from being exploited by this kind of technology, you know. So like, you know, fucking like dead rappers like Juice World and X, right? People are using their voices to make music.
There's a
I
dude
don't know if
named
they're
Juice
using it to
WRLD.
make, yeah, I don't know if you're, I don't know if they're you, or like a Mac Miller, or a fucking like, you know, or like in the most recent renditions of Darth Vader, they've been using the original voice actor's voice, and they're not paying him for it, because
Well,
he's
yeah,
not,
like all
because
the art, the AI art as
because
well, is just using stolen
because
artwork
because
on the
well,
internet.
the voice thing is now is that in Disney is that instead of just bringing the dude who is still very much alive, who did Darth Vader's voice, instead of just bringing him back on and doing the voice acting for them, instead they're using AI to do it, so he doesn't get paid for it, because he's not doing the effort. So now you've got and there's no laws that protect people against this. So somebody could theoretically use your voice, make money off of it, and because there are no laws in this country that say your voice is your intellectual property, right? Your voice belongs to you, and people cannot exploit that. And that's what's happening right now. People are exploiting it. And it's really fucking, it's bad, it's scary, because like, again, somebody could use my voice and make millions of dollars, and I couldn't do anything about it, because you know, in American law, my voice is not technically my property, or at least not my intellectual property, and it can't be protected.
Well, Argus, I'm sorry to say, but I've been doing that for like the better part of 2 months. But now that I am aware of this, I'm going to take all my spoofs of your voice down from the internet.
all these videos,
All these JOI Argus Argus AIs.
all these podcasts have just been AI. I'm just an AI dude.
I've been making a bunch of JOIs with your voice for my own pleasure. I'm gonna take them down now that you said that. But for people in the comments below, please tell us whether or not you would make JOIs out of our voices with AI. See you, everybody.